Greetings, dear precious, magnificent spirit soul that you are. And you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to who you really are, and you know that. Because that's where we really want to communicate. Because all the rest is story, narratives, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm good, you're bad. You know, you have more than I do, I have less than you do. It's all about these concepts and thoughts. You got to get beyond the thought to the thinker, and get beyond the thinker to the knower, the beer, the being of total wisdom, and that's who you are. My topic, changing instantly. See, changing instantly. And what happens is, it's all about these concepts and beliefs that we tend to agree with. Like, say, someone says, you know, you can't find a job out there in the world. It's really tough to find a job. Okay. Yeah. For them, it's really tough to find a job. That's true for them. You're not saying it isn't. It is for them. But you don't have to accept that for yourself. When I was pregnant with my second daughter, Rebecca, I made an oil painting out in the backyard. I was painting, it was a pot of big flowers, big sunshine flowers. And then when I had my ministry in San Diego, we had an auction, and a dear person bought that for $2,000 to donate the money to the church. So I could say I sold my painting for $2,000, which is actually true. It did sell for $2,000, and it went to a good, worthy cause. But anyway, I wanted to prove that you don't have to be a starving artist. And what people are doing is they're proving continuously how much they've suffered. And I was talking to some people recently that just sharing a lot about all of their family troubles and their problems and all these things going on. And yet people don't realize there's kind of a pride in how many problems they have, and who you told off, and who tried to steal your money over here, and who backstabbed you in the family and got you here. And here's all this hate. Well, who generates all this hate? Well, you take a look. Money. Who's going to get the money? Who's going to get the business? Who does mom like better or dad like? And then these stories are built. I was talking to someone also, and it was really hard for me to realize, or to just get, why that person would be making up those stories, because as I knew the person, I never saw that happening, or it wasn't in my mind, or it wasn't other people are dealing with. But you see, it doesn't matter. People make up stories. And what happens with the mind, whenever something occurs, no matter what it is, it could be, you watch an accident where someone bent somebody else's fender on their car, and you're there. And anyway, all the witnesses are going to have a different story. And for sure, the person who is in the bump car and then the person in the bumper car, they're going to have a different story. And then they're going to lay over all the stuff about what their family members are going to say. Oh, loser, you had an accident. When did you do that? What's the matter with you? So then you got all these people. Then you got all the squabbles that are going to come. See, all of this is a distraction, because all of that energy takes away from us. And we say, well, I want to change that. Well, how do you change everything instantly? You stop. You have to somehow, and I'm big for tools and tricks. Like, I'll put signs up on my wall. I'll put signs on the floor that I'm walking over, or something I want to remember. I put it right by the door where I know I'm going to go out, because that's going to remind me. And actually being a teacher of this, and a writer, and writing articles for people and counseling people, it's so beautiful, because it helps me stay centered in who I am, so that I can be centered and in God consciousness, be able to help others, because I know the truth. I know how it works, and that's what I hold to. So instant change is the moment you just stop. And you've got to have time by yourself where you don't have music, words, someone talking to you, lights flashing while you're trying to sleep at night, sounds, to get somehow into nature. And and to have a place, a special place. And so whenever anything is going on out there that seems so completely confusing, it completely taking you over, stop. Breathe. Really important. Probably aren't breathing. People, when they're afraid, they either stop breathing or they're or like they don't breathe at all. It's like, breathe. Get back. How are you right now? And then when you're here right now, you can consciously choose what you want to do instead of being a creature of habit where you react to so-and-so because they triggered you or they always pull your chain and I'm going to fillet them and I'll get them the next time and game on. Is that valuable for you? How's it working for you? Are you really getting what you want, or what is it really you want to prove something? Prove someone harmed you? Prove you're just a loser? Prove you're better than what is this? Who told you have to prove yourself? You don't. You're already whole, complete, and perfect at the level of who you really are. Not your mind, not your thoughts, not the belief. In divine mind, absolutely. Divine reasoning and truth. And that's what is our job, is to take that back. Because instead of throwing it out to everything and everybody, take it, my life, everything, confused. And then I say, I can't change because I'm habituated to this. Yes. So if you really don't like it, you have to find a way in that moment to do what you do want to do. And what is that? First of all, stop. Breathe into your heart. Notice where you are. Feel your feet grounded. If it's, warm enough, you can take your shoes off. That's the best. Could be sit on the lawn or out in the yard, or go find a tree and lie down, and you could take a blankie out there, even take a nap out onto the earth somewhere in a nice place, but to center yourself and to go, hey, this is my life to live as I choose, and I'm an eternal being. And you take a look at all the places you're giving your energy out there, all the stuff that's happening, everything that's so automatic that you're just running after it and running after it and running after it. Did you really believe that the purpose of you as a living entity is to be a product, is to be something that is a cog in a machine and on an assembly line and a consumer and a this and that and all of that? That's the way they are out there. And look at what's happening with diseases and world problems and all of this. Take your power back in this moment. Stop. Breathe into your heart. Center yourself right where you are. All is well. Say that. All is well. Say that. All is with you right this moment. This moment. I'm not saying tomorrow, Pat. This moment. Don't bring anything into this moment you do not want there. And the key is to become so conscious. Because I know something I'm so conscious on and other things I'm not conscious on at all. But now I know I'm not conscious on that. I can bring my consciousness to that if I choose to. And find ways that I can, if I need to remember something, that I find a way to support myself in remembering that, because that's what I needed to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Instant change. And in that moment, you pause. Now you make a conscious choice instead of going from habit or whatever. And then, first of all, be enthused. This moment is the first moment of the rest of your entire existence. And if you master the moment, my dear, you have the mastered of life.